And let's find out. It's 9 a.m. here in Los Angeles. It's Thursday, July 17th, 2025 AD. Can you believe it? 2025 from 1981. Is that 44? Is that what it is? And we're going to have a fun, loosey-goosey third Thursday of the month. Happy birthday, Mr. Hake, says Krevin. Thank you, sir. Hake report, and I mentioned the third Thursday because it's the Women's Forum tonight, ladies. Very nice. I'll be opening up for you. I'll be opening up the building for you. JLP will be leading the Women's Forum as usual. Ladies, the Women's Forum is a highlight of the month. Shout out. And FYI, the views expressed on the Hake report do not represent Hake, Bond, JLP, Cozy, YouTube, the JLP network, any of the other hosts, or even myself. I don't even represent myself, much less do the callers and super chatters and Snake Pit, the chat in the Snake Pit. My goodness. We do definitely censor the Snake Pit a decent amount. I am pro censorship. I am for, happy B-Day, Hake, says Zenny. Thanks, man. I am not entirely for the freedom of speech, you know? I am for, I do appreciate the spirit of the freedom of speech that JLP has, that Donald J. Trump has. They both have the spirit of the freedom of speech, but they also say, like Trump said, stop talking about Epstein. Did he say, or did he write that if you're harping on this issue still, don't consider yourself a supporter of mine? Did he say something like that? I thought I heard something like that.
Yeah, I read something where he said, I don't know if he said it that way, but he said something about past supporters. He called them my past supporters who are still into this. Right. Something to that effect.
Interesting. Strong words. But yet he still has the spirit of the freedom of speech. Because he speaks his mind, he speaks the truth as he sees it. In some cases, he may be confused or wrong, mistaken. JLP himself, he can see, but 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, he thought the MLK was of love. He just didn't know. So people can, even those who can see, can be mistaken on minor issues, you know? But anyway, so no endorsement is implied. Thank you, JLP, rating the stream. What's up, Pastor Shadowley? Happy birthday, Hank. Thank you, sir. Gregatron said, happy birthday, my boy. Thank you kindly. Shout out, guys. I did see a longer happy birthday greeting from, we'll call him JC. He calls himself the zesty one. I don't like that term because zesty means something weird. You're not fully clean unless you're fully clean. But I'll read that one later just because it's longer. Anyway, thank you guys for joining. The lines are filling up. You can call in, and I will get to your calls. 1-888-775-3773. What's up, Tyrannosaur is wrecked. La, la, la. Over on Pilled. I cracked. I'm growing. You know, it's my birthday. Thank you, Jim in Alaska. And thanks for the offer for the smoked salmon. That's kind of cool. Am I going to have to cook it or can I eat it smoked? I guess. Maria said, Feliz cumpleaños. Much grass. Muchas galoshes. Galoshes. As JLP pronounced it. Gracias. Very nice. Much appreciated, guys. Okay, so we're going to have a fun loosey-goosey, the Hake Report show. We can talk about, you know, yesterday I predicted rightly that we would be talking about Epstein and flat Earth or ball-tardism, which is me totally, and all that. So let's have some fun, shall we? Do. Look, there's the. Oh, good. I appeared to be logged in. And if you mosey over to the Hake report, you can see some of the stuff that I have laid out to cover eventually. You know, you never know. Anything can happen in the next half hour or 2 hours. Anything? Yes, anything. But we're gonna have some fun, guys. I hope and pray. Let me set this up here. Oh, cool. So, one of the news items that I did like while I get set up over here for you is Maurene. Isn't that a nice name? Maurene, Comey, got fired. And I appreciate that. I'm for that because she, I think, is a Trump underminer. She's anti-man. She may have participated in the Women's March, and she may have been a Hillary supporter, or she was definitely, if you believe Jim Comey, 2018 interview with George Stephanopoulos, disgraced former director of the FBI, a supposed Republican. Very tall, but all that height is wasted height because he's a mental midget. He's a spiritual midget, spiritual baby, lame-o. I don't know if he's a Christian, but he pretends like he's so sincere and so torn over what to do. What a beta. So lame. So ridiculous. So he said that all of his daughters and his wife participated in the Women's March. And as you may recall, the Women's March took place like the day after Inauguration Day 2017 in January, right after Trump took office his first term. And it was all about abortion. They wore these pink hats. They called them P-word hats. And it was kind of a response against Trump and a response pro-abortion. Hands off my P-word woman part. Terrible, huh? Disgraceful. And when in reality, they want the hands on that part so that the doctor's hands can abort the baby. Because I imagine that the doctor has to do something around there, down there. I don't know. I try not to imagine too much, honestly. But anyway, there's one line open. Maurene Comey, a federal prosecutor, I think she was. So I'll read you some old James Comey, a little The Hill article about James Comey's comments about, not her specifically, but his 4 daughters, maybe he has 1 son and a wife. And they may all have been pro-Hillary Clinton. They wanted Hillary Clinton to be the first woman president. Embarrassing, huh? What kind of a man are you? Terrible. But look at this beautiful flower, Hake. So romantic. No, it's not romance. It's just nature and nature's God. Anyway, guys, let's just get right on. Oh, hold up. With... Oh, yeah. The show.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's the Hake report. The Hake report. La la la. Oh, it's the Hake report. The Hake report. La la la.
Hey guys!
Oh, it's the Hake report. The Hake report. La la la. Oh, it's the Hake report. The Hake report. La la la.
So, how you guys doing? I am fine. And I pointed out my la 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 t-shirt You can get yours if you so please. You're welcome. If you mosey on over to hake.printify.me. This one is a size large, okay? You can kind of tell it's a little baggy, but Hassan wears it like that. And actually, I wore a size large from like 8th grade all the way through high school into college. And then I started saying, at the beginning of college, I started saying, you know what? Medium fits nice. And so I wore medium since then, but I got fatter and then, different. And they started making the shirts like tighter sometimes. They fit weird now. Sometimes I don't know how they used to fit. So I don't know what to do. But size large is safe, that it will be at least comfortable, but it may look like it's hanging on me. But there's your, you can get it in girl colors. It's unisex. And these are comfort colors, 1717, 100% cotton, I believe. There's white, there's black, there's all these other fancy colors. And so shout out Printify, and you can see if these measurements mean anything to you, they don't mean anything to me, but I included them at least in this particular thing. Eye-catching unisex garment dyed t-shirt. The medium fits pretty nicely as long as you don't. I wash in cold and I dry in cold, or tap cold, and I dry in cold. But one time I might have dried on somehow it dried on hot, and then a bunch of my medium shirts shrank, and I have to like wear them and be like, stretch them back out again. It's a mess. Anyway, and they're cheap too, by the way. Maybe too cheap, actually. but it's really nice quality, actually, I think. Comfort Colors, 1717. So get yours, and I know. A lot of you guys aren't T-shirt people. You're mature adults, men and women, and you prefer like a mug or a sticker. I do have a couple of stickers for the Hake Report by itself, and I am remiss. I am remiss in my duties to get you guys your mugs. All right. But if you go to jesseleepeterson.shop, you can get JLP-related mugs. By the way, I was on Punchie TV yesterday. I haven't been putting up the Punchie TV stuff on the hakereport.com, but I just did for yesterday. I thought of it a couple weeks ago. I never got around to it, I don't think. Women need to work on themselves, said, what's his name, the black producer. So it's a very nice little blog post. It's also up on podcast, okay? It's probably up on Spotify by now. Watch Spotify. If we click on the Punchie TV Spotify, yep, sure enough, it is there indeed. Very cool. As well as Apple Podcasts and other podcast platforms. Very nice. Sweet. Okay, so anyway, let me, the lines are full. Let's get to a call or two, or few, or several, as we get going. So Pete in Alaska is, I think he was the last call on Punchie TV. Pete, happy White History Month, man.
Hey, back at you. How are you today?
Doing fine, thank you.
All right, so none of the opinions expressed or represented by me. No, I just wanted to call and say happy birthday, old man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's weird. Getting older.
44. You're a young buck yet.
Yeah.
Wait till you're 47.
Indeed. Is that what you are or what?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Right on.
Yeah, right on.
Appreciate it.
All
man.
right, brother. Tell Nick I said hey, and even Derek. No, I'm just
Are you flat Earth or ball Earth, or neither?
I don't know. I'm staying out of that debate.
Fair enough. That works.
Hopefully I'll know one day, but right now I claim to know nothing.
Can you see Russia?
From my backyard.
That's awesome, man. Right on.
Yeah, power to Palin, right?
Yeah, that wasn't even a real Sarah Palin quote. It was a mockery, I think, from Saturday Night Live, if I remember right.
Yeah, that don't surprise me. No,
Yeah.
I think she said it. But
Fair enough.
But all thoughts are lies, so there you go.
Indeed. Thank you, man.
All right, man. Well, stay young and beautiful.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Nice. Robert in Kansas on the line over here. Robert, how you doing, man? Happy White History Month.
Hey, Hake, happy White History. Sarah Palin, bro, I tell you what.
She's a queen.
Hey, listen, I don't want to get dirty over here, but yeah, I like her too. You know, with Christy. No, anyway, never mind. I literally don't look at him anymore, Hake. I just literally.
Good for you.
When I see him,
it's so much better. You know what? The JLP interviewed a guy who used to be. His name was Roosh. He interviewed Roosh, Roosh, like a Muslim. Now he's like an Orthodox Christian. It's a Muslim name or Iranian, Persian. Shout out name, but he was big on the internet for a while. But Return of Kings, I don't know. But anyway, he said that he doesn't look at women, and when you don't look at women, you don't have that evil energy in your body so much.
Well, I mean, you can look at him, but
he gives good advice, so good for him. And stick with your first story. Anyway, sorry about that.
So you're 44, huh?
Yeah.
Dang.
44 Magnum.
Older brother, big brother.
Thank you. Hey,
hey,
little bro.
Have you heard about like the 17th? Some people say it's the 19th, but have you ever heard about the 17th being the most powerful day of the month? You ever heard of that?
I have not, but it makes a lot of sense. Okay. It's a great number.
Well, no, July 17th, huh?
Yeah, July 17th.
No, that's powerful, Hake. You were. I'm sure you were born under a certain moon phase of the sky clock.
There must have been.
What is your what's it called? Your astrology? And I'm not being gay, Hake.
Right, of course not.
Okay.
I learned after college, my friends who were more worldly than me, they told me that I'm a Cancer.
A Cancer? Oh God,
that's a crab, right?
Cancer. I don't know. You are a Cancer. That's
Cancer to society.
That's yes, that's true.
Indeed.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a Virgo. I'm a virgin. Hake, I'm a virgin.
Is that what Virgo means?
I don't know. People say Virgo. They say I don't know. I've had certain girls that have been into this, and they told me things.
Yep, girls are extremely worldly.
No, they have these books, like these astrology books. Man, they're like telling me things. I'm like, dude, what moon phase? They want to know like my exact birth time, and I'm like, I don't know. It's like, what the heck? Let me call my mom. I have no idea.
Terrible.
But anyway, yeah. So what was I called? Oh yeah, happy birthday, brother.
Thank you.
And what else was I going to say? I was going to say something, probably about flat Earth. Oh no, Epstein and Trump, dude. Why are you guys pedophiles, bro? Like you're shilling for Epstein now?
It's not that I'm for Epstein necessarily. I'm neither for nor against him. He's gone, as Trump rightly pointed out, he is gone. I heard your call on American Anchor Baby saying that Trump sounds like he's something, the PDF file, but that's just your imagination. You're being kind of like one of those astrology girls by being in your imagination, because it's kind of actually normal to be like, I don't care about this, and this is so over, and maybe it was the Democrat hoax, and you're falling for it,
Well, it could be all a theater. Maybe it's just the way they're taking down Trump, because, man, you're having, in terms of the shift of support for Trump, man. You're having, I mean, it's really like, and like you say, maybe it's all fake. Okay, it's all fake, but
Trump said it. I believe it.
There's an effect. There's an effect that's taking place right now where it's like, is Trump, I mean, the guy sits there and says, we have a tragedy in Texas. I can't talk about Epstein.
Right.
And you're sitting there going, okay, are you 5 years old? Do you think I'm 5 years old? Like,
yes.
Who are you talking to? You talking to me? You say, oh, we got this flooding in Texas. I can't talk about this
other thing that doesn't matter. Let's talk about stuff that matters, that's present and real.
Well, if they're blackmailing our government,
but you don't know that. You're in your head about that. You imagine that to be the case, but
it's just me, Hake. I'm just in my head.
Yes.
You know, same thing. What is it? Was it David that talked? Did David talk to you or Anchor Baby? I forget. I think David talked to you, and he was just trying to tell you. He was like, bro,
right.
I'm not like, he's like, you're like, David, you're just making this up. And it's like, Hake, are you not here with us watching what's going on? What do you mean he's making it up? You think, am I making this up, Hake?
No, you're listening to other people who made it up, and so you're adding to it.
Oh, so I'm just repeating what other people say.
Of course. That's all anybody ever does.
Did Dan Bongino not quit today? Did he do that for no reason? Because
I don't know. Did he quit? I don't keep up with this stuff.
That's funny. You should check that out.
Why should I check it out?
Well, no, he quit for no reason whatsoever.
Well, he did it. Dan Bongino has had cancer and all kinds of stuff.
Okay, well.
So who knows what's...
Cancer. There you go. Back to your cancer. You're right about that. You definitely are cancer. Defending pedophiles. I don't know, guys.
But that's your imagination that there are even PDFs. So there could be no PDFs to defend, and you're just making something up, and then you're making up an accusation against your friend. I'm your friend.
You are my friend, Hake, and you read chat, and you can see the populace is going, what the heck? Why are you not just telling us what's going on? You want to hide it?
But you know more than I do. Apparently, you know so much that reality can't even keep up with you.
You, Hake, and you know more than I do too, right, brother?
No,
you're my older brother. You got years on me, and you're a Cancer, and I'm sure you know a lot.
Yeah, I know a little bit here and there. Surprising.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably a Mossad agent or CIA or something, pretending like you're stupid.
Of course not.
That's
no,
what I
don't pretend. Did you hear my conversation with Mark in Los Angeles? That I'm not playing ignorant. I'm not playing dumb. I am ignorant, and I am dumb.
Me too, Hake. I'm dumb too, but it's like you're like I don't know where Ukraine is.
Why not just know that you're dumb and you don't know, and we're not going to know? And Trump, we basically trust Trump. Trump has been right about so much.
God. Yes, no. Listen, you're right. You boomers are right. You're older generation. You're right about what we got to do is just trust Trump. That is the best. If you want to be in a good mental state, what you say to yourself is,
I'm looking at
just trust Trump.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we can trust him because that's all of this that we're talking about is his job. There's nothing that we can do about it. Right?
There's nothing I can do about it. Hake, you got a radio. You got a YouTube show.
Big Hake.
Influencing thousands and thousands of people. Very smart people.
But I'm not here to influence people. I'm here to run my mouth and disclaim everything I say and let people run their mouths. Including you, and disclaim everything you say, and then we have fun, and hopefully we stay present and in prayer, and all is well.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you're not here to influence people, Hake, but sometimes you don't get to make all the decisions.
I do get that I do influence people, but it's a woman mindset to be. Yeah, Hake is influencing people. I better come in and save the day.
I'm a black gay woman, Hake. Literally,
I know. Yeah, same mentality.
I'm a black gay woman. That's what I am.
I got to keep it moving, man. Nice talking with you, man.
Okay, the earth is flat. Bye. Bye, sir.
Bye.
See you.
Yeah. Can't we all? Can we just get along? Rest in peace to oh, what's his name? He died in a swimming pool. He talked to JLP. He was on the JLP show. I'm talking about the guy who was on PCP and speeding and had to be beaten by the police, and the blacks got mad because there was video and it looked bad. Rodney King, rest in peace. He didn't seem to have it because I think he might have been on drugs, and that was part of why he drowned in his own swimming pool. It's terrible. So, anyway. Daniel in Texas is on the line over here. Daniel, thank you for calling and holding, man. Happy White History Month.
Hi, James. Thank you for having me. Happy White History Month to you as well.
Yeah, of course.
I was going to ask you about teamwork, and just give me your opinion on how to work as a team.
Let the people who are good at what they do and who are interested in a certain thing, or they see a lacking thing, let them do the thing that's missing, ideally. Or if that's somebody else's definite job that the other person sees to do, you have that person do the thing that's missing. You know, because I'm walking around here on the Lee Peterson show, and if I see something,
careful.
Yeah, I'm an associate producer, you might call me. I call myself to use some title that's just made up, but it's true. It's practical. On the JLP show, and I'm like, you know what? We have this break time, and we lost the IRN USA News. Let me do the news. And so I did the news, and it's worked out okay. And you know what? I'm a notes taker. I take copious notes. I'm detail oriented. Let me do. And actually, this was something that Sean, the white producer, had me do when he left. Hake takes the timestamps notes for the JLP show. So I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea. It's something that I was already interested in, and it was kind of already doing it. So people fall into place with that type of teamwork.
Yeah.
Nick, the anchor baby, is very interested in the technical aspect, and he's kind of taken over the technical aspect of running the show. And he does a great job. And some of us can learn more than we let on. So we're learning a little bit ourselves as well, so that we're not so leaning so heavily on Anchor Baby, because he has in the past historically spoiled us with just doing everything for us. But the teamwork is, no, he sticks to his job, and we have to learn too. So that's
cool.
An example.
So y'all were able to learn a lot from him. He brought a lot to the table.
Big time. I mean, he learned a lot from Bill, to where he's, the people who are in here every day doing the board, they're quicker than Bill because they're doing it every day. And so they've kind of surpassed Bill on some certain things. Bill, the overseeing engineer. So that's
nice.
That's teamwork, and it works.
Yeah.
And then JLP, of course, is the magic. Magic Johnson.
Yeah, he's the face,
Yeah. The face and the heart and soul.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the product.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta push the product.
Indeed. Totally.
Yeah, because otherwise it affects your bottom line.
That's a fact. That is a fact. A man who has become valuable in the world brings value, and people pay and donate where they see value, and people do see value in what he brings.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. How about you? What prompted you to ask this, and what are you thinking?
Because, man, working with a team takes work. So you have the work to do, but then you have to work at being a team.
Yeah.
Like you said, some people do things their own particular way, and you have to find that. You have to find what people excel at.
Yeah.
And it's a process. You know.
Yeah, totally. It is stuff you grow into it, and you look at the early stuff that you produced, and you're like, oh man, I'm glad that we changed this and this and this and developed this, and it's so much different and better now.
Yeah. Oh, Ronnie from Ohio was saying that he didn't really get what's going on with Lee. You know.
Oh, why people admire Lee so much more than, for example, Ulysses S. Grant, if you want to compare how people, their estimation of those two men of history?
Yeah. I mean, I can take just a second to compare what is going on with Lee and Grant and the appeal of both. Lee's an engineer. He's highly intelligent, and he knows how to fortify positions with, he knows how to run the math, right? And St. Louis is the gateway to the west on the Mississippi River, and it would flood all the time. It was a wild river, and Lee engineered the works to levee that river. Lee did that. So that allowed St. Louis to be a viable city for the gateway to the west. So, Lee has done many things besides lead a rebel army.
Wow.
And yeah, he's kind of, the Civil War overshadows his accomplishments, but Lee was basically he was cited by, and this wasn't, he was given the name the marble model, and it was more of a it wasn't an affectionate term. It was people just saw him and were jealous of him. Lee had many jealous rivals. Joseph Johnston was probably his most bitter rival. It was always one step behind Lee, and Lee was always winning awards and accolades over Johnston, and he just thought it was things just came easy to Lee. He felt like Lee was just handed things just because he was able to be political and whatnot. And
so marble being that stone that that David, for example, the sculpture of David, and so he's a marble model, also the marble man. So he was Mr. Perfect, kind of, is what they're kind of saying.
Lee essentially
his classmates
was groomed into being this marble model. He was all through West Point.
Whoa.
And his mother kind of, prompted him, because his mother had heavy direction in how he would start his life.
Okay.
But so I feel like we hit the main points of what's going on with Lee. Lee is brilliant.
Yeah.
And, even before the Civil War, he's seen as brilliant. And Grant, before the Civil War, is a quartermaster in supply, and he has, unlike Lee, Grant isn't necessarily career military. He kind of goes in and out of the military, so he's more relatable to the common man who's just kind of working, and then a war crops up, and then he's got to go fight the war, and then the war's over, and now he goes back to settle his affairs. Some are successful, some are unsuccessful, and that's kind of what Grant represents. Lee represents the order and discipline of the military. He was very much career military.
Wow. That's interesting. I didn't know that. People claim, correct me if I'm wrong, that Ulysses S. Grant was a bit of a drinker. He drank alcohol.
It's a claim that especially cropped up during his run for presidency. But he never. First of all, Grant's drinking never affected his performance.
Right.
He never had drinking affecting his performance.
Yeah.
But, you run for president and
people will say stuff about you. That's true.
Right. And people already didn't like him because he was a union. He was the leader of the Union Army.
He was a Yankee.
Exactly. So he already has that. And then, Reconstruction. James Longstreet, who's Lee's First Corps commander, becomes friends with Grant, and it's too much to bear. Right?
Yeah. So that could be just basically a smear.
Right. He was also known as a butcher. You know, I'm sure you've heard the tales of Grant just throwing numbers at the problem. That's not true. None of that's true. Lee, by far, was the Army. If you wanted to live, you didn't want to be in Lee's Army. Lee's Army, the attrition rate in Lee's Army was just obscenely.
Wow. Robert E.
I mean,
Lee.
even compared to other Confederate armies.
Okay.
The attrition rate in Lee's Army was just it outclassed every army in the
Attrition
war.
meaning the number of people killed.
Casualties.
Casualties, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lee was very orderly. He wanted to facilitate an aggressive command, but he wasn't going to say, "Oh, you're not aggressive enough." So no, he would filter. He would kind of have soft words. He was very political.
Yeah.
And there were generals who were very aggressive. One of which was Hood. Hood was the division commander of the Texans. They would eventually be. He was promoted to division command, but he was a brigade commander over the Texas Brigade, the famous Texas Brigade in the Army of Northern Virginia. And Lee said of him, he was all of the lion and none of the fox. And that is to say, he had all the aggression, but he didn't have any of the political schmoozing that he likely would have needed.
Yeah. That's John Bell Hood. That's
John Bell Hood.
The namesake for Fort Hood.
Right. And Lee would kind of sift people through. Bell Hood was successful at brigade level, and then he was promoted to division level, and it was just largely a series of failures for him at that level.
Ooh.
But
he was impetuous.
And that was kind of Lee's appraisal of his performance. All of the lion, none of the fox.
All of the lion, none of the fox. The lion being a strong and aggressive, but a fox is clever.
Right.
Okay.
And that's kind of, I think Lee saw that was the way to do things. You did need to be clever. You had to have a political finesse. And there were his peers and his subordinates and superiors that did not have this political finesse.
Yeah.
They did not coordinate with the Confederate Congress or Jefferson Davis. Jefferson Davis was very particular. If you got on Jefferson Davis's bad side, you never got off it.
Wow. And that's the president of the Confederate States of America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you did have to have this political finesse.
Don't cross him.
In the other armies, there was a lot of backbiting. There was a lot of insubordination. There was a lot of anger and resentment going back and forth at various levels.
Yeah.
In Lee's army, you had that, but it wasn't out front and center. Lee would always try to find a clever way to resolve these disputes behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And these things would come to light eventually.
Right.
But you could see that what Lee is doing is he's trying to ease people into positions where they can be comfortably aggressive, as opposed to having all the lion and none of the fox and not getting anywhere.
That's cool, man.
And
and you know, Google AI claims that, Ulysses S. Grant is generally considered the superior general in the American Civil War due to his strategic vision and ability to wage a war of attrition, ultimately leading to the Confederate surrender. While Robert E. Lee was a brilliant tactician and achieved significant battlefield victories, his strategic limitations and inability to adapt to Grant's relentless pressure contributed to the Confederacy's defeat. Is that a fair assessment in your mind?
I think it's unfair. I think that's a little overly done.
Okay. And is that because of what you told me before, that Lee was in the dark about the reinforcements that Grant had or something?
Lee, okay, well, this was not Grant at the time of Gettysburg. This was Meade. This is Meade. But Lee had pushed a previous commander who's relieved of command basically out of his command because he couldn't take Lee.
Whoa.
And that was Hooker. And Hooker's replaced by Meade, and Meade is confronted with Gettysburg.
Okay.
And Lee, but here's the thing. The Confederates are victorious at Gettysburg on day one. It's this following 2 days where Lee doesn't have the information that the Union has interior lines, and it's the whole of the Union Army. So the whole of the Union, the Army of the Potomac, he didn't realize he was engaged with the whole of the Army of the Potomac.
Whoa.
And he pressed it. But he doesn't know this because his cavalry officer is pulling a stunt. But his cavalry officer is the best on either side of the war. He's a good, it's Jed Stewart. And he relies on Jed Stewart to give him this information. He's not in pocket at the time, so Lee just makes a command decision, and it becomes disastrous. But Lee only has who he has. He cannot simply just replace somebody if they're not doing their job. If somebody dies, he has to put a lesser individual in that place, and that's often what happens with Lee. Lee is well aware of Grant's abilities. He knows Grant's motives. You know what? He knows that Grant is going to try to match his strategy.
Yeah.
You know, Lee is not just, oh, I'm this old man, I'm stuck in the old ways. It's all about knights and chivalry. Lee is very much a tactical, operational, and strategic minded individual in the modern sense. So I think it's overdone that he wouldn't know, you know, and I think it's overdone to say that Grant just Grant had meticulous campaigns of cutting off enemy supply lines before engaging.
Yeah.
But like I said, Lee knows that if he's in a siege, it's over. He knows if he's caught in a siege. So he's constantly trying to outfox Grant. And he's very successful in many cases. But ultimately, it draws to a close at Petersburg. They're bogged down, and now it's a siege. And now Lee has to finesse a way to reconnect with another Confederate army, and he almost does it. And this is at the end of the war.
Huh. So even up in like you've told me before, even up until the end, it could have gone either way. It
could have gone either way up until the end, when he's finally caught, because they're going to regroup with Joseph Johnston's Confederate Army, and they're going to reassess their position. They're going to have tens of thousands of Confederates still in arms all across the Confederacy. And they're going to figure out a way to compel the Union to not prosecute this war any longer. It's still on the table, even at Petersburg.
Yeah. Right on, man. Interesting. White history. What a mess.
So are you convinced now that the war wasn't over until it was over?
Oh, yeah. I basically trust your assessments generally of the situation. Right. I mean, I definitely, I'm pretty easily convinced either way, since I don't know anything, you know, when you hear something, it sounds right.
Yeah, I could be lying about all this.
Yeah, totally. Take everything that you hear with a grain of salt.
Yeah, don't believe me.
Yeah. But that's cool, man. You seem like a pretty objective and fair-minded source for this type of stuff, and pretty well read. Thank you, Daniel.
I'll let you get on to your next callers. I know your lines are full.
All right. Yeah, take care.
All right, bye.
Bye. Wow. Nice. Let me actually read that, at least one of these super chats, right? Let's close down this Confederate history tabs, of which I have accumulated many. Look, there's Robert E. Lee back at age 31, 1838, lieutenant of the engineers in the U.S. Army. He's just a baby. Nice. The marble model. The marble man. That's funny. Okay, so, yeah, get your T-shirts if you like. Yeah, look, these people giving these super chats. The Zesty One states, look at all these. Thank you. The Zesty One states, with a coffee, happy birthday, Bia. Boop. Don't read that, kids. Please don't skip saying the names mentioned. No promises, man. Please ask Nick to wear his MAGA hat for the man on the street interviews and get better camera quality. Yeah, and I suggest he not stream, because the stream cuts out and then you lose the footage, unless you're recording, and then you can upload the recording, the clean recording later, and also stream, then okay, fine. It's funny how William talks so much about how he has properties, but even I've given you more money and we don't like each other. He knew a lot about the teenage prostitution in L.A. Sus. Now, you don't know whether William has donated privately to Bond or not, okay? So don't be out there judging. You're not a god. Don't let the left hand know what the right is doing, right? But anyway, thank you for the support, regardless. And shout out to William. And Nate H. Iggers, hey, hasn't complained about time now that he gets a half an hour a day. But I agree with Mark about the, oh yeah, he wanted to call himself that. That's right. I was thinking about the original Nate. And yes, he's one of the worst, but he's got courage to have pride. We never hear him talk about a wife. That's also a smart thing, to keep your life private, you know, because if he claimed to have a wife or admitted to having a wife, then people might be, oh, let's dox his wife. Evil. James, now Joelle's gone. I'm basically gone from the network, but I'm thankful for that psycho from Ocala, Boom Hour from Louisiana, my ex-boyfriend. Whatever, man. And also Zenny and those men. He's calling these women men. They must be logical women. Ivana is funny. So I do question whether Ivana is actually a woman because she's funny, right? Cute and funny. And Mina's, I don't dox whether Mina is a man or a woman. But Mina does sound like a gal's name, so we'll go with gal. Mr. Stink, meaning Mr. Pink. Mike, Baby42, and Robert from Kansas. Robert asked Hake why he referred to you as a crazy person in Nick's chat. Yeah, I called him insane, an evil, a liar, but never on air. I've called him crazy before on air. But you may know better than me. I feel like I've called him crazy before, but you've listened to my show more intently than I have, even past episodes. Finally, if you want to taunt your audience more, then please have more CJ, yes. Daniel, yes. Manuel, Jamie, Jaime, you mean. Yeah, well, he means Jamie, but it's Jaime. Justin, Alan, Mead is cool. Alex, and especially William, 3 calls. They're always so, William the third, right? Calls, they're always so entertaining. 3 eye roll emojis. But again, I disavow. Happy birthday, James, and fare thee well. P.S. Don't read aloud, blah, 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 blah. Lord have mercy. What is that? Well, I won't call him psycho, but thank you. That's so gross. Jermaine, 4 coffees, happy B-Day, Hake. I'll answer no, thank you. Very kind. Thanks for the offer, but no. Eric, 44 coffees, very generous. Imagine that. Thank you, Eric. And Jermaine. And Adam, happy B-Day, Hake. Happy birthday, Hake, you the man. Rocket emoji and fire emoji, not in that order. Nikki, 10 coffees, happy birthday. Was going to play something for you on the piano, but I needed both hands to play, so no way to record it. Sending you the music in spirit instead, laughing with sweat coming out. Thank you, Nikki, for your 10 coffees. That's very cool. Yeah, I actually, in my trunk, I think I have maybe from my art photography days, I have a tripod in my, the contraption that 3 legs allows something like a stable thing, and then it can stand on it. And it holds a camera or a phone or whatever. Sweet. Thank you, guys and gals. Guys includes gals. And your mom says, why do gays eat that thing they're not supposed to eat? Yeah, I know, man. That's a little vulgar, your mom, but that's exit only, okay? Jeez. Why did he ask me? Gross. But thank you, yeah, mom, as always, for the support. And Gregatron, once again. The lines are full. Let me get to Mark in Los Angeles. Oops, hold on. Wrong person. California. Mark, thank you for calling and holding. How you doing?
Good. Happy White History Month and happy birthday.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Happy White History Month to you.
Yes, sir. And I wanted to put down 3 names for White History Month.
Okay.
The first, let's see, the Honorable James Venable of Stone Mountain, Georgia. Byron Della Beckwith of Greenwood, Mississippi. And let's see, who was
Repeat those two. Repeat those two.
The Honorable James Venable of Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Okay.
Byron Della Beckwith of Greenwood, Mississippi. And the Reverend Most Holy Conrad Connie Lynch. I think he was originally from Arkansas. I never met him, but I did meet Byron Della Beckwith one time, and I spoke with the Honorable Mr. Venable on the phone once. He was a lot older than me. James Venable goes back to the 1920s Klan, and he lived all the way up until, I don't know, the 70s maybe. And he lived through the 60s and the nightmare of the civil rights movement. And let's see, Byron Della Beckwith was convicted of murder after 3 trials. And the governor of Mississippi, Ross Barnett, during his first trial, walked up in court in front of the jury, the judge, and everybody, and shook hands with Byron Della Beckwith. I shook hands with Byron Della Beckwith. Oh, God, that was 50 years ago. And then Conrad Connie Lynch. I never met him, but everything I heard was good. He was a preacher. He lived out of his car. He used to drive a pink Cadillac. You may remember the movie Pink Cadillac with Clint Eastwood. Do you remember that?
No, but I feel like I might have heard of it.
Yeah, it was made back in the 70s. A lot of people surmise that he made that movie after Connie Lynch. He didn't like Connie Lynch. He was a Hollywood liberal.
Yeah.
Eastwood.
I've picked up on that. Eastwood, Clint Eastwood is a liberal, kind of an anti-racist type of a guy.
Yeah, that makes him a scum. I know that he didn't support Trump. He was for Bloomberg. Remember, Bloomberg was in the primaries. I don't know if that was...
Really? You're talking about Clint Eastwood was for Bloomberg?
Yes, I don't know. Bloomberg was a Democrat, and when he was in the primary, I don't remember if that was 216 or 220. But in one of those election years in the primaries, Bloomberg ran, and he was defeated in the primary. But that's who Eastwood picked. So Eastwood's no good. You know, he married a non-white, one of his wives. So he's nothing to brag about. He's not a conservative. The real conservative in Hollywood would be Mel Gibson. He's my favorite. I like Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
And there's a few others. There's so few of them. You know, Dean Cain, he's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of him. He played Superman.
Yep.
Yeah, he was real good. I heard this newest Superman movie is so bad, they said people would rather watch reruns of Gunsmoke rather than watch this new Superman garbage.
Wow.
Where it's all about pro illegal aliens, you know. Superman's supposed to have been an alien, and so now he's defending the illegal invaders as if he's one of their own in the movie.
Wow.
So you could see where that garbage is. It's all garbage. Anyway, have you decided that, and are you willing now, at this point, to admit you were wrong on the Epstein files?
No. What changed that you think that I would change my mind?
Well, 2 things. One, the basic truth. And number 2, if you would have watched the show that I recommended one of your competitors yesterday, he had the goods.
Yeah. I have yet to check that out. I shall check that out.
Okay, I appreciate it.
That's my homework.
You got it. After you read my books? No, just kidding.
Yeah, that too.
Actually, though, if you watch the the show that I told you about, he actually has the video of Trump wanting to see the files on Epstein. So did Bongino, and Bongino was really on this, man. I heard that one of your callers said he quit today.
No, I don't know that that's the case. A couple of days ago, he threatened to quit, supposedly. I don't know.
And also, Kash Patel, before he became FBI director, was interviewed on the Epstein files. And again, he was very adamant about wanting to investigate and
you have somebody.
Files to the public.
You have a work truck reversing outside.
Yeah, I know. I got that around here all the time. This is a noisy area I live in.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. I got to close the window. This is every day, man.
Wow.
Yeah, good. I live in a good place. It's a good white area, but noisy.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the reason I asked you if you may have had a change of heart on this.
No, I mean, you said the basic truth, and that pertains to what I might learn in that little video that Mark Dice put out, something.
Yeah, he put it out yesterday.
Okay.
And he actually put 2 out. He usually only puts out 1 video a day.
A week or
But
so?
he actually put 2 out yesterday on this issue because it's so important. And you know what's really scary about it is that so many brand name conservatives have stopped talking about it. I'm talking about Matt Gaetz, Charlie Kirk, D'Souza, Fox News.
Right.
You know, why? And let me just ask you this: why do you think just this week, just on Monday at the beginning of the week, why do you think they had a change of heart?
I don't know. I can speculate.
Deep state?
Not necessarily.
Mossad?
No, that's not where my mind goes. My mind goes to Trump is like adamant, has become quite adamant. Seeing how other people, how the conspiracy theorists and the Democrats are both going crazy about it, because the Democrats and the liberal media are jumping on this, right? Using it to attack.
Yeah, but they're hypocrites.
They're total hypocrites. But anyway,
well, I mean, they had the opportunity under Biden to investigate.
Yep.
You know, so they're phonies and liars. That's why I don't trust them to investigate.
And so, since knowing that that's an issue that they think can take down Trump, why would you want to continue talking about this, you know?
I just want to get to the truth. I don't think it's going to take Trump down. And somebody suggested yesterday, I don't know if it was on your show or somewhere else,
right,
that Trump may be playing all of us. Maybe he wants the Democrats to investigate so they could find their own were the ones going to that island.
Yeah, he's clever. And he's smarter than you think, you know?
There was a British, yes, I agree. There was a British woman investigator, and she really knew her stuff. She was on Newsmax the other day.
Okay.
And she was talking about how this is all connected. And although she didn't think Trump was, messing with kids, she believes one of the reasons that he may not want this investigation is because he's being blackmailed. And remember, that client list was not really a client's list. It was a blackmail list.
Right.
And they were world leaders, given in my
possible.
view.
Possibly. Yeah.
Well, it's really probable.
Okay.
When you consider Maxwell, his girlfriend or whatever she was, his pimp, her father was Mossad. They built a statue to the man in Israel. He had the addresses and numbers of all world leaders. How else did Epstein find these people? It's believable. And by the way, you said the other day there were only a couple of victims or accusers, however you put it.
Oh, I said handful.
No, it was a lot more.
Dozens.
Possibly thousands of accusers / victims.
Okay, well, the official mainstream media word that I've seen is dozens. Well, not official, but in the mainstream media, I've seen the word dozens. But you're saying thousands?
Well, that's what the reporter said, the investigator, and I could believe her. before I believed the mainstream media. And don't forget who Epstein was. He was a predator. He was a child molester. So why should we believe anything that his lawyer Dershowitz says about? He's saying
That's
there
not
is no
his
list.
lawyer. Wait, you're
He
saying
was.
Alan
Dershowitz was
Dershowitz?
the lawyer for Epstein.
I don't think
Was
you're. I
Epstein-
think you're mistaken on this, but I could be mistaken that you're mistaken in thinking that you're mistaken.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll tell you one
Dershowitz
thing.
was his lawyer.
I'll tell you one thing. Alan Dershowitz, Mike Cernovich, and the Miami Herald are the reason why we're talking about this today, I think.
No.
Yeah.
That's not the reason I'm talking about it.
Well, did you know
I'm
about it
talking
in
about
2017?
I had heard about it. I didn't
2017.
investigate. I think so. I think I've been hearing about that Epstein Island for some time now. I can't
Yeah.
pinpoint when I first heard about it,
Right.
but I do know that it's been in the news for a long time.
Right, and it's been in the
what
news
got me-
since it's been in the news because of Alan Dershowitz, Mike Cernovich, and the Miami Herald. That's when it
So,
really
yeah.
popped into the news because they got the FOIA, the releasing of some files related to some court case regarding Epstein. Because Alan Dershowitz wanted that stuff unsealed to exonerate him because somebody had named him over something. And
Right.
and so he may or may not have been a lawyer for Epstein, I don't know, but he wanted that information, certain information released, which was released, so that it would exonerate him. It would clear his name.
It's not released to the public.
No, it is
It may
released
have
to
been
the. I
released
think
to
it's
him.
released to the public.
So we have a list out with names on it?
No, I'm not talking about the particular list that may or may not exist that you're talking about, but I'm talking about the files that and the information that the Miami Herald reported with. And when you look at the PDF, I'm talking about actual document, not PDF file, people. When you look at the court document, it names the Miami Herald or the Miami Herald reporter gal. It names Mike Cernovich and Alan Dershowitz.
Well, none of those three people or
Roger
entities.
Stone in 2015, Big Bump points out, okay, so Roger Stone in 2015, he came out with this book, The Clintons' War on Women, or something like that. And chapter 7,
Okay.
according to Big Bump, was Orgy Island, accounts of the Clinton-Epstein Association post-presidency. Now, Roger Stone, I don't know if he's a totally reliable source. He may be sort of a salacious type of a guy that just spreads sort of rumors. I'm not I don't know. But Roger Stone had put stuff out too. He was a sort of a connected
If there's
guy.
no list, why did Dershowitz demand to see one? How did Dershowitz know his name was
You're
on it?
misunderstanding the facts of what's out. Go look into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know this. I know that Trump said he wanted it out there when he was running for president. He said he wanted the list out there. You could watch the Dice
We've
show.
been
You
over
don't have
this.
to believe me.
You've told me like 3 times, and anyway.
Well, I know, but you're ignoring it. You're ignoring the
Because I don't know what
who
he
have the
actually said or
power.
what he actually.
Well, you could watch it and find out. But the people that have the power now to expose the monsters that were on pedophile islands, the people that wanted to see the list as bad as I do now wanted to see it worse than I do now before they came to power. And I'm sure you remember Scam Bondi, I'm sorry, when she was out there with some conservatives, talk show host people, with redacted copies of the file, a file that you say doesn't exist. She was out on the step.
I never
believe it
said
was
a
out on
file
the-
doesn't exist.
Oh, you just don't want to see it. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah,
you want
she
to cover
said
that
she
up.
claimed
I'm
that
sorry.
she's claimed there's no client list. But we've been over this. You're obsessed
No.
with it.
We didn't go over the fact that
we-
she had 3 conservatives on the steps, I believe, of the White House with the redacted versions of the file that you say doesn't exist. And she was teasing everybody.
All right.
She was teasing.
Thanks.
See, here's
Thanks,
the list,
Mark.
even though there were no names
I'm
on it.
bored, and I gotta go.
Come on, man. Okay, you could let me go.
Yeah.
But you had a guy on talking about the Civil War for 40 minutes. It put everybody to sleep. It's irrelevant to history, to what we're
and this is
talking
irrelevant
about now.
too.
Nobody cares, and you're rushing me off the show. That's
I'm not
fine.
rushing you
Your
off.
show.
You've been talking about this for 3 days, and I've talked with you 25 minutes one day about it, and you're just harping on it. You're obsessed, and it's boring.
Well, you don't want to see the truth, and you want to cover up.
But you don't even care about the truth. You're having excitement about it. You have an emotional attachment to this.
If you cared about the truth, you'd want to see the file.
Nah.
If you cared about the truth, you'd want to know who was there.
I have never been interested in this subject.
Well, that's because I don't know why not. You're interested in everything else, and this is not a bad reflection on Trump.
I don't think it is. I never thought it was. Trump is.
Well, you were saying earlier,
representing himself. Trump is representing himself quite well. The only reason that they think that it could take Trump down is because they see his supposed supporters turning on him. That's all I meant by that.
I'm not turning on him. I'm not.
Right.
But when his attorney general says, I have the list and I've looked at it.
No.
And then a week later
say that.
saying
We've been over this 3 times. I got to go, Mark.
I know, but you can't explain it.
I already did explain it, and you didn't accept it because you're thick in the head.
No, it's because it's a reality that you don't want to face. Just watch yesterday's show.
Blah.
See, you don't want to hear the truth. Just watch the show, and the evidence is right in front of you.
Okay. Thank you.
God bless you, Hake. Happy birthday, and
thank you kindly.
Happy White History Month.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Man. Stephen in Maryland is on the line over here. What's up, Stephen? Thank you for calling and holding. Happy White History Month to you.
Thank you for taking my call.
Of course. Come to your phone so you come clearly.
Okay, how's this?
Much better. Thank you.
Okay. 3 things. You know what should happen if somebody would be disastrous? William would wake up white and Mark would wake up black. What do you think would happen?
What?
To those 2 guys.
Say again?
I said, William of California will go to sleep at night and wake up white. And Mark will go to sleep at night and wake up black. What do you think would happen to this world?
Life would go on.
I think Mark would have a heart attack, and so would William of California.
William is already part white. I think he's Creole, which is part white.
That don't work.
Yeah, it is.
That ain't good enough.
It's good enough for me.
No. The Klan don't think he's good enough. Like
I know, but who is the Klan? Nobody is the Klan. It's a bunch of feds. I heard.
Mark just talked about the Klan. You know that guy that he said he shook hands with Byron Becklewith, or whatever his name is.
Huh? Oh yeah,
you know
yeah. He
named
off those White History Month heroes. I couldn't keep up with them, and I didn't. I sort of looked them up, but yeah, go back to Mark's call. 49:30ish is the timestamp for today. I guess.
Well, do you know what the Brian Becklewith or whatever his name is from Mississippi? You know what he did?
Allegedly, Dilla Beckwith. Yeah, he said he was convicted of murder after like 3 trials, which indicates to me that it may be a politically motivated trial to force a conviction on an innocent man, or it may be a guilty man who they didn't want to, the juries or whoever didn't really want to convict him because they were on his side. He was a sympathetic figure. So I don't know what the truth is.
You figure all that. I'll tell you what he did.
According to you.
He shot Medgar Evers in the back.
Medgar Evers? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a...
Medgar Evers was a black
leader of
activist.
NAACP.
Yeah. So that doesn't sound right. That sounds like it was an evil thing if true.
That's what he did.
Well, you don't know that.
I do know, but he was convicted of it.
Convicted doesn't mean he did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, convicted means they supposedly believe that he was guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. But that doesn't mean that we all have to believe that, because the courts have been wrong before, and juries too. So he may or may not have. I don't have a dog in the fight. This is my first. This is probably my second time hearing of him, because somebody else told me about the Medgar Evers killer
Oh, okay.
before. So,
All right.
yeah.
I just want to know why the guy is like that.
Well, he doesn't like him for that. I think that he would probably justify it in some
He
way.
liked it because he shot the man in the
No,
back.
he probably liked him over something else because the way that he told the story says
anything
the
that
way
has to
that
do with
the way that
Klan.
Mark told the story was that it was 3 trials to convict the guy, and he didn't say what he did, or that what he did was
Of course.
good, and he didn't say that what he was convicted of was what he actually did. So you're putting words in
You know
Mark's
what he
mouth.
did.
You're being racist against Mark.
I'm not racist against him. I'm just
Yeah, you
telling
are.
the truth.
No, you
If you
don't know
notice,
what
Mark-
the truth is.
I do know what the truth is. Come on.
Not
It's
regarding
written down
that
in black and white.
situation.
You know about the Stone Mountain, Georgia. That's the home of the Klan.
But it's a beautiful place. And what's wrong with the original Klan? I don't know. Do you
What's wrong with
know
it?
what the Klan was about in the early days at the very beginning?
I can't understand you. Say it again.
What was the Klan about in the early days, in the very beginning?
Fighting Negroes.
No.
It was free.
Mm-mm.
That's why they had the white hoods and stuff with the pointy hoods.
That's not what I heard.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, you may have heard a mischaracterization.
I'm a little older than you, so I heard it first.
I know you heard it first. It doesn't mean you heard it best.
That's right.
It doesn't mean you heard it true. Old people can be wrong too, much as I respect
Yeah,
the
some are.
elderly.
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Well, Mark is old, right?
Not as old as you, I don't think.
He's in his 70s.
I don't know.
Plus, he don't have no wife. But ain't about
You don't
doing
know
all
that.
traveling around.
We'll just go
all
with
that
okay,
traveling
yeah.
around, shaking all these people's
We'll
hands.
just claim that he doesn't have one to protect a wife if he does have one, because we don't need you people doxing him.
Yeah, okay. He's a little old lonely white man.
No, he's
Poor
probably
thing.
quite fit.
Probably
He
a
is-
mama's boy. You know who he reminds me of? Norman Bates in Psycho.
I haven't seen it. It's a
You
classic
haven't seen
though.
Psycho?
No, that's the
on.
one with the
Mark-
shower. That's the one with
Yeah.
what's
that's
her name?
Psycho. Norman Bates.
With Judy something Foster,
I don't know
Jodie
the lady's
Foster or
name.
something like that.
I-
that gal?
No.
Was
No,
she
no,
in?
no, no, no.
Was she in Psycho? Psycho.
It was a famous movie star, but I can't remember her name. She was killed in the shower
Yeah,
by Norman Bates.
and there was a remake or something. Jodie
Yeah, that's what
Foster
it
is
reminds me of.
famously associated with the psychological thriller genre, but she is not connected. Oh, okay, never mind. She was in Silence of the
He
Lambs.
probably has his mother's corpse in his basement.
Psycho.
That's probably his mother's
actress.
house he live in.
Who was the actress? Oh, maybe there
How
was
about he
a
live in an
Psycho
all-white
remake.
neighborhood.
Psycho remake?
I like to know how he saw these black women then if he lived in a white neighborhood. He's walking down the street one day and
Oh
his
yeah,
bell
because
comes
there's
up and
blacks
says,
around. Just because it's a white neighborhood doesn't mean there's no
"Not
blacks
an all-white
to run
neighborhood."
into.
No.
You're trying to
Not
poke
walk-
holes into the truth. It's ridiculous.
No.
Yeah, so I was totally wrong.
Poor
Why did I
Mark.
think
I feel-
Jodie Foster?
I feel sorry for him. Poor man. He's going to call me an idiot tomorrow, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I just feel sorry for you, son.
And are
You're
you?
gonna
Do
get
you
your
deny
trouble
that you're
when
an
When you
idiot?
go on the other side.
I'm an idiot. Do you deny that you're an idiot?
And wait a minute, and this final Marx is always that blacks hate whites. And he's a member of the Klan.
Huh?
He always says at the end, all these blacks hate whites.
They
We
do.
hate whites.
They do. Don't you notice that?
No, we don't. No.
Well, I don't know about you.
I don't.
Well, good for you. But you may not be aware that you have a hang
I
up.
guarantee the majority of black people do not hate whites.
Oh, yes, they do.
No. Why do you say that?
Because the majority of people, period, are evil, and the majority of blacks voted twice for the black president because he's black and liberal and hates whites. They're
Well, they
brainwashed.
voted for Trump twice, and he's vile. He's vile. How's that?
He's not so vile. He's
Yeah,
no
he
more
is.
vile than you or me. And you're pretty vile.
If we
You're
are
pretty
evil,
vile.
if we are evil, you guys are vile.
Well, I didn't say
We
that
need
I'm not
E
evil.
around.
I didn't say
We'll leave
that.
it-
I didn't.
we'll leave
Vile
it
and
E around.
evil is the same thing. It's spelled the same, actually.
That's right. And
Hey,
that's what you guys are. You
clever.
guys are vile,
Sort of. Not exactly.
hateful, really hateful.
Not. It's not spelled the
Anytime
same.
he said
Same
he-
letters.
He brags about shaking hands with Robert Shelton,
What's wrong with
shakes
that?
hands with Brian B. the director, the guy that shot
Who are these
somebody in the
people?
back,
Well, I
and he
don't,
brags about it.
but the point is, these men stood and fought for white people. Okay, and that's what he's into. Why not have some understanding,
Well,
right?
no. Well, anyway, about the going back to the pedophiles.
I don't like
People
that
never
word.
found
Can
out
you
about
stop
them 'cause-
using that word? Because
Huh?
I don't. Can you stop? Can you guys, you callers and viewers and listeners, would you stop using the term pedophile?
Okay.
Yeah,
I won't
thank
use
you.
words. I'm
Because
done
I
with
don't
it.
even consider that to be what that is.
Well, that list of people.
Yeah. Supposed list of people, right?
That's among the rich and the famous. They got their own sect. You know.
They do what they can get away
They got
with.
their own group.
You do what you get away with. You do what you can get away with.
That's right. And the rich and the famous, he's not going to come down to his neighborhood. He ain't got to worry about them people coming down and getting him.
Unless you have the law in your heart, the law of the heart that you follow. But most people, they cross a line, they cross it again, they cross another line, they go further, and they delve deep into darkness. Whoa, what are you doing with your phone?
Nothing.
Okay, thanks.
I'm still close to the phone. You hear me?
Yes, kind of. STEV apostrophe N, is that correct? STVE, Steve, and then apostrophe, and then N?
Yes. Steve
Okay.
N. How's that?
Steve N. Short
You
for
know I just made-
short
you-
for
you know
N-word,
I
or
made-
why do you do it like this?
You know I just made that up.
Yeah, just in the last
Yeah.
several months.
Yeah, I just made that up.
And
It's no apostrophe in my name.
right, it's just stylish, because you're
Yeah, I
black
just-
and stylish.
I don't know about all that, but I just made that up.
Cute.
So I have
Well-
nothing else to do.
It's good talking with you, man. I wish you well.
Yeah, I do too. And please give it. Maybe you need some headache, some BC, some paddle or something for that guy. Help him out a little bit.
I don't know what you're saying.
I'm talking about Mark. He needs help. Poor man.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll pray. We'll pray for him.
Yeah, the man in the white coat's gonna come and get him.
No, man.
I'm gonna make sure. I'm
He's
gonna make sure they
he's
have
no
white coats.
crazier than you or me.
You don't see me acting like that. Nobody acts like that.
Like what?
Him. He gets angry. Nobody gets angry on his phone. Who gets angry on his phone?
That's just because it's just showing.
And then he talks about you talk to some people longer than talking to him. This is not his show. What is wrong with him?
Okay. Nice.
I think it says James Hake. Isn't that what's the name of the show?
Yeah, the Hake Report.
Right. It doesn't say Mark so and so and so and so. Sure.
All right. No worries, Steven. Take care, man.
Yeah, you're the same. I hope you keep your show because that man going to take your show from you soon.
I hope not. All right.
All right. Talk to you later.
Sounds good. Wow. William, number 7, on the line over here. William, how you doing, man?
Hey, Hake. I have a friend here
Nice.
that wants to say something to you, if that's okay.
Sure.
All right, hold on. Here you go. Happy birthday. Okay. Anyway, that was Frosty the Snowman, and he was wishing you a happy birthday.
Hey,
What's up, Hake?
Frosty. I like
Remember
Frosty.
that? My mom was like a tradition. We would always watch those cartoons, like the Peanuts, Frosty the
Yeah.
Snowman, Rudolph
That
the
is
Red-Nosed
so nostalgic.
Reindeer. Right? Yeah. and
I like
just
the
remember,
stop motion claymation stuff is just fascinating. Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Right.
Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, and of course, Peanuts. Peanuts are a vibe.
And if I'm not mistaken, when they put the hat on Frosty, every time he woke up, he would go, "Happy birthday!" If I'm not mistaken,
Nice. Thank you.
right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so 44, eh?
Yeah, 44. Imagine that. That's wild.
That's a nice number. I think that's what Clint Eastwood carried, right? A 44 or 45.
I think
So now you can walk around,
they're both calibers, right?
and you don't want to get shot by them because they're pretty powerful.
Yeah, they'll knock you off your
So-
knock your socks off.
Yeah. I think now, metaphorically, you have the wisdom. You can just look at people now and squint and go ahead, make my day.
Nice. About time, huh?
Right? Right?
I could.
So 44, that's how old I was when I started this job.
Really? Right on.
I started a new career. I started a new career at 44.
That's cool. It's
Yeah, I'm going to ask you if you remember what it was.
I don't remember what it was.
I'm a drug runner.
I disavow. He's a mule.
I'm joking. It's legal, though. I sell prescription drugs for people who have
Okay.
animals.
For animals.
Yes, for animals.
Nice. So like horses and
Yeah.
and
No,
maybe-
sir. No.
okay.
Food producing. We don't eat horses here in America. But our license is for food producing animals. So cattle, sheep,
Oh,
chickens, goats, pigs, that kind
sweet.
of stuff.
Right on,
Yeah.
man. That's
So
it.
yeah, so I've been at that for what? So 44. I'm almost 15. No, so I've been at it for 16 years, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, man, what a mess. Oh, so what's this? Why are some people so fascinated with this Epstein? It's pretty crazy.
I
But,
think it is crazy. It is people are a lot of times when you get into stuff that's going on that's underreported, people find out that there are odd things going on, and they put things together in their mind that may not actually be accurate, and so they go with that as fact when it's not established fact. And there's a lot of times that stuff is unsaid or unreported, or there's a underreported, right?
Yeah.
And so they put a conspiracy in their mind, in a theory about a conspiracy in their mind, and say stuff that isn't true. And then there are people out there who say stuff that I consider to be pretty truth-telling type of people. But I don't know if they are, like Mark Dice, Mike Cernovich, and others. I consider them to be pretty honest, but I don't know if what they're saying is true because they could be
hoodwinked.
Yeah, they could be emotionally invested in what they're talking about and making it more important than it actually is. And so I just leave it as an I don't know, and I don't see the point in looking into it because it doesn't affect me. And
so I would say another reason why someone gets overdone is maybe it happened to them, and I can see
that crossed my mind.
Other people. Yeah, and I'm not saying that's the case with certain people that call in,
right?
But it would explain it, and so I guess, but I forget what religion, because I was raised Roman Catholic, and if I'm not mistaken, some of your callers are pretty devout, and but I know the scriptures say that everything that is hidden will be brought out in the light, and even Jesus rebuked Peter when he asked, what about the Apostle John? When he wanted to know, remember when Jesus told Peter that when you get old, that you'll be led and go where people are not allowed? And so basically,
where you don't want to go.
The scriptures say that he was referring to his eventual execution or persecution or his crucifixion, which I think the Book of Martyrs from Josephus said he was unworthy to be killed like his Lord Jesus, so he wanted to be crucified upside down. That's what's written in the Josephus stuff. Yeah. But even Peter went, hey, what about him? And he was talking to John. And then Jesus rebuked him and said, what's it to you?
Yeah.
Like, he was one of his best friends. He was one of the apostles. And he told him to mind his own damn business about somebody he hung out with every day, let alone these people who are in Hollywood and think they're something, And so the thing is we all know the courts are corrupt. We all know that. The scriptures say that.
Right.
So getting all worked up over it, I see no point. If you truly believe the scriptures, then in the end, God will right all wrongs. That's just
That's
what
right.
they say. And the struggle here on Earth, you just drive other people crazy and yourself crazy.
That's right.
And so
you already know that the world and the government is evil. Why are you so nosy into this? Do you think, this is really going to solve the blackmail of politicians? It's gonna bring it to light and stop it. Give me a break. Pass.
Yeah, I would say if you see signs, let's say it did happen to you, and you see signs and behaviors from in your own life, in your circle of friends, or your neighborhood, or your town.
You're talking about something that happened to you as a kid, a sexual violation type of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's more than that. There's verbal, and I guess there's also physical
abuse.
But,
yeah.
And then there's a fine line between what somebody might think of as abuse as
right.
for your own damn good.
Yep.
So, God doesn't make no qualms about him correcting. It says don't. Doesn't the scripture say don't forsake the chastening of the Lord? It says don't. He only chases those he loves. Otherwise, he'll leave you alone.
That's true.
So yeah. So anyway, there's that, and then I guess I don't know what else. I'll let you get on to the other calls, man.
Great call,
happy
man.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
44.
Yeah.
Go and make somebody's day, okay?
Make someone's
day. Because you know what? We have the power to do that. It's so easy to encourage somebody. We do have that power. I don't think it's ego. I think we don't even know the power of encouragement. It can be something simple when Jesus said, a cup of cold water in my name. And it's not like saying, Jesus told me to give this to you. It meant somebody needed some water, and you saw the need, and you fulfilled it, and you pressed on, and they were happy. And you know what? It's just being positive instead of negative. I don't know.
Nice.
And you seem like a positive guy, Hake. You do come across that way, at least to me.
Thanks, man.
So, yeah. So cheers, and then be careful when you're walking the earth. It could be tricky.
Yeah.
Trip.
Good advice.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Make sure you do catch American Anchor Baby, guys. As I get to the super chats, let me set the redirect. American Anchor Baby will be live here. It's Thursday. The Women's Forum tonight, ladies. Third Thursday of the month, 7 p.m. at Bond in Los Angeles. Chat going crazy. What's up, chat? The Snake Pit. Living up to its name, or living down to its name. That's so gross, yeah, Mom. Why did you ask me that? Anyway, Cesar or Caesar. Pablo said, happy birthday. Thank you, sir. Thank you kindly. Pablo bought a coffee, buymeacoffee.com/The Hake Report. Watch, if I click this, it'll go to, hey, what's up, Pablo? I don't know if that's the same Pablo, but it might be. Thank you, sir. Cesar or Caesar, 33 coffees, very generous. Sup, Hake? Happy Alpha back birthday. Nice. My back has been doing pretty okay, Getting some exercise, stretching. I even got a good night's sleep, which is important, right? Tanned, strong arm, celebration hands, thumbs up, okay sign, balloon, party, horn, bells, confetti. I'm going to have to podcast today's show. I'm preoccupied today working with the big boss. Right on, man. I respect a working man. Have a great stream today, bud. P.S. I forgot to tell you, postscript. Have a nice dinner on me. Treat yourself to something nice, man. Birthday cake emoji and person blowing the party buzzer thing. Emoji. Thank you, man. That's kind. That's generous. Riley JM, 5 coffees. Happy birthday, James, you white man. I enjoy the Hake Report. That's cool. Angban Art, who hit the nail on the head yesterday about the thrill that people get over the Epstein thing. They're in a thrill. Hake, happy birthday, you funny man, in Genesis on the 17th day of the 7th month. Now, the 7th Jewish month may be different from July, because July is named after Julius, right? Something like that. Anyway, but the tops of the mountains were the first visible sign again of the great flood of Noah's time. Really? Today is my birthday, too. Wow. Angban Art, July 17th. Doxed. So we really are brothers. By the way, can I borrow some money? We'll talk later. Interesting. Thank you, Angban Art. And by the way, somebody told me on that it's Gavin McInnes' birthday, too. Gavin McInnes, the founder of the Proud Boys, who later disclaimed or disavowed or left the Proud Boys just to help the Proud Boys who were in some trouble because they fight with Antifa and some of them get overzealous, maybe. And then the law comes down extra hard on them and not hard at all on Antifa because the law is pro-communist and anti-white and anti-Christian and anti-Western civilization. So, yeah, he was born July 17th, 1970, according to my research on Gavin McInnes. So he's 55, I'm 44. Nice. If my math is correct. Nice. So thank you, guys. Oh, let me double check over on... Oh, let me get away from that because it's... Your mom is grossing me out today. Over on Rumble, I saw another from Pastor Chatelet, who said, "Happy birthday, Hank." Thank you. My friend or friend's friend or friends whatever from like high school, freshman year, my name was Hake, and on the back of my T-shirt, Hake, the PE teacher said. And so my friend, my classmate, thought my name was Hank, but no, it's Hake. But people say Hank, and I answer to Hank. It's funny. It's fun. Apple2691, very generous on Rumble. Happy birthday, Hake. It's the 17th today, right? LOL. Laughing faces with tears and sticking out the tongue, I think. Thank you. It is the 17th. And so the redirect is set. Let's plow through these calls, shall we? Marty in California is on the line over here. Marty, thanks for calling and holding.
Happy birthday, James.
Thank you, Marty. Appreciate hearing from you. Happy White History Month.
You as well.
Thank you. That's cool.
Crazy Mother Dance wishes you a happy birthday as well.
Thank you, and happy White History Month, Crazy Mother Dance.
Yeah, I just wanted to make it quick because I know you don't have a whole lot of time. So just called to wish you a happy birthday, sir.
Well, thanks again. Appreciate hearing from you, as always.
So everybody's doing good over here.
Right on. You're recovering well. Always
yes.
Strengthening up.
Yep, I'm doing what you're doing. You got that bad back. I got the bad shoulder and neck part.
Yeah. Well, I wish you well with that, Marty.
I wish you too.
And hello to your family.
And then they say hello to you as well. Hi, Nick.
Hi to Nick, the anchor baby. Sweet. Thanks for the support as always,
you
Marty.
guys have a blessed day and happy birthday again. Oh, here's another one. Feliz cumpleaños, señora.
Muchas gracias, señora.
De nada. Que tenga buen día.
You as well. Igualmente.
Thank you.
All right.
Igualmente. Mm-hmm.
All right.
See you later, James.
Take care. Sweet. Nick in Florida. What's up, Nick in Florida? How you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Doing
God
well.
bless.
Happy
God
White
bless
History
everybody.
Month.
Happy White History Month. Amen to that, too.
Yeah.
What I wanted to add was that, everybody's trying to dump on Trump and all these other things, but I think, this is just what I think from being older than dirt, but that he has the list. Now, if you guys have heard the news, he's saying how he's going to get everybody to agree to put in, I think, something like 5% of their GDP for armaments and so on and so forth. And nobody has been able to do that.
You're talking about NATO.
I think
NATO is putting in, the NATO countries are putting in more of their money into their own self-defense within NATO, rather than relying on America to be everybody's big brother slash dad.
Right. So what I think is that Trump is holding on to that list, and he's not going to let nobody know. This is just going to go to the grave. But he's going to hold on to it and say to some of the nations that don't want to do what needs to be done, hey, bud, you know, I got something on you. Let's make a deal. No? Okay, well,
nice.
We'll go ahead and take that other route. Because all these other nations are just doing what he's asking them to do, whereas before, I believe in his first presidency, it wasn't that easy. He was getting it done, but it wasn't that easy. And now that he has this in his back pocket, I think he's going to have a lot of world leaders bowing to him, not to let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
But that's just my thought. I don't know. You know.
So he could
People
be.
Are too quick
so
to judge.
in your imagination, you imagine that he could be using the Epstein blackmail and using blackmail for good and doing good with blackmail rather than evil.
Yes, sir. That's
Maybe.
exactly what I'm saying.
Could be, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's totally brilliant and way smarter than most people, and also more objective than most.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
And obviously he's not going to come out there and say, hey, you know, the list does exist. I have Joe Schmo from that country, and if he doesn't do what I tell him to do, well, then there's not going to be a really big deal. We're going to do this and that. He's not going to say that. This is all going to happen behind closed doors, and not a lot of people are going to know. But you're going to see a lot of deals being done and done quickly, and that's why I think that would be the thing that would let us know that he has that list. He's getting people to do things very quickly.
Yeah. Interesting, man. He definitely.
Just my thought.
He definitely knows how to make people function, oftentimes.
And in that world, let's be honest. You know, this in the government. I would hate to put it this way, but it's just another way of like the mob. You know.
Yeah.
We got to get things done. You know, the CIA, the FBI, all these things.
Trump knows. I think he had to deal with the mob as well, if I'm not mistaken, over in
New
the
York.
criminal New York 90s and 80s and stuff like that. And
oh yeah, and then 80s and 90s, the whole East Coast from New York to Massachusetts, that whole thing was a dump. I was there. That was also when they were integrating white kids with black kids into schools and charting them across the state to go to other schools to get them to mix.
Oh, what a mess.
I was involved in that, and brother, it did not work.
Yeah, of course not. Terrible, man.
But that was it.
Cool.
God bless you and everybody in the team.
Thank you, man.
And I've always listened to you and Jesse. I don't even have TV. I just listen to you guys. So thank you for all and everything that you guys do.
Thank you, Nick in Florida. Appreciate you, man.
Take care, brother. Bye-bye.
All right. Oh, you got me. David in Ocala, Florida, on the line over here. David, thank you for calling and holding. How you doing?
What's happening, man? I got cut off, but I called back.
Right on. Happy White History Month to you.
Yeah. Happy birthday, man. Number 44, huh?
Yeah. 44 years old. That's wild.
Hey, I think I don't know. Was that Hank Aaron's number, man?
Maybe.
I don't know. I'd have to look that up, man. I think that might have been his number. But anyway.
Is Hank Aaron a baseball player?
Yeah, he had 715 home runs natural.
Wow.
Okay, no juice. Oh, yeah. He's yeah, but I wanted to tell you, man, them shirts, man, what you got to do with T-shirts is you never put them in a dryer, buddy. I mean, you hang them up, okay? I got T-shirts that are 5 years old that almost look brand new because of that. Interesting.
Well, what I do is I put them in the dryer, very low heat, as low heat as possible.
It doesn't matter. It destroys. It starts breaking the fabric down, especially since you like 100% cotton shirts. You know.
Yeah.
But
well, the benefit to 100% cotton is you don't have to wash them as much. You can air them out.
Yeah, I wash it. I wear a shirt. If I wear a shirt, because of Florida, if I wear a shirt outside, wear a shirt 5 minutes, I wash it. Dude.
Okay.
I don't rewatch
Florida's
it.
different from California, and especially when I'm indoors all day, you know? I'm indoors, when I go out to exercise, I change my shirt into my dirty exercise clothes, and so it's a little bit different from me. It's more practical that I don't have to wash my shirts every time. I can go months between needing to do a load of laundry.
Hey, that's a new one. The Psycho from Ocala. Did you pick that up today? When you said that?
Yeah, somebody called you that.
Yeah. Well, I am psycho, man. It's a good thing I know. It's a good thing that God came and got me when I was 14, because I seriously would have hurt some people later on down the line.
Yeah.
That just wouldn't leave me alone. Okay.
Right.
That kept just messing with me. Because I'm one of these people where I hold it in until I just snap, and when I snap, I just go insane, dude. I go off the charts crazy. Okay.
And is that to this day?
Not well. I think I've been.
Stay close to your phone so you come through clearly.
In the last 5 years, I've learned to control my anger a lot better. Okay.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, I got to say this, man. Clint Eastwood is a freaking legend. Okay?
Yeah, I totally love him.
Bro.
But I don't take away that he is very talented and manly in a certain sense. But I also agree with Mark that he is a liberal and he fell for this sort of anti-white sort of a thing, anti-racist sort of a thing. But still, I don't take anything away from him as he was against Obama. That's a plus.
Well, he must have had something happen to him. He had some kind of experience with God, okay, because he's the one that put all these movies together. And in the movie The Gauntlet, there was a lot of subliminal signs put in that movie, okay?
Is that a newer one or an older one?
No, this is from like 1977. And all of a sudden in this movie, these signs show up out of nowhere that say like, God is love, or Jesus saves and stuff like that. It's really wild. I saw the movie numerous times and caught him. Okay. So, he's the one that put that in. Anyway, listen, I'll leave you with this. The Epstein file stuff.
Yeah.
The reason they're just trying to keep people from thinking about JFK and 9/11. That's what I think, really.
So you think that people's focus on Epstein is a distraction from JFK and 9/11, or is it another example of the sort of suppressed information, secretive?
Well, it's just it's another. But see, people were really starting to talk heavy about JFK
just recently,
and 9/11 before this election.
Yeah,
and now they're not even hardly talking about it anymore. Okay, and because they're so wrapped up now with this Epstein list. And the conspiracy theory was coined from people who didn't believe the JFK narrative.
Yeah, I heard it was coined by the CIA to undercut people who were and mock and diminish and make people blow off people who are saying stuff that is real.
Exactly. And see, if you're getting older now, you'll be able to look back on things. And I remember one day, man, I was sitting at the dinner table eating with my wife, and it hit me. And I just looked at my wife. I looked at her. I was probably like about 35 years old. And I go, honey, listen, if you believe that Lee Harvey Oswald shot JFK, you got to be crazy.
Or what if you're just ignorant? I mean, I don't know. Or maybe it really happened. I don't know.
I know, but no, it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way.
I don't know.
And then 9/11, there's too many scientists and pilots that say no way. Okay, so when you start listening to these people that are professionals, okay, architects, scientists, all that, you start thinking, you know what, so both of those things JFK he didn't want to go to Nam, and 9/11 got us into Iraq. So, I just wonder what's next, what they're going to pull next to get us in some stuff, because they got to make that cash. They got to keep that war machine going.
Yeah. And the good thing about Trump is he keeps he holds America back from going into war, and he finds ways for us to make money and make the country valuable and functional without needing war to do it.
Right.
Interesting.
But he's going to be gone soon, okay? You got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
he's probably not going to get a third term, although would you vote for him for a third term if he got one?
And I would vote for J.D. Vance. I wouldn't vote for none of them other people. Hey, listen, I know you got to go, so I want to shout out for White History Month. This is for William, California -- isn't it William #3?
Yeah, William III. Yep.
Yeah, William III. Fred Biletnikoff of the Raiders, okay? And you know who I'm talking about? You know who Biletnikoff is?
No, I don't. The Raiders, I have heard of the Raiders. That's a football team, I think.
Yeah, the Oakland Raiders. You said that was your favorite team, the Vegas Raiders, when I asked you once before.
Probably.
Yeah.
And by the way, Hank Aaron is 44.
He was number 44, wasn't he? Yeah, baby.
Nice.
All right, man. Have a great day and happy birthday again, man. I hope you have a great night tonight, okay?
Thank you, sir. Take care.
All right, later on, buddy.
All right. Big Bump from California on the line over here. Big Bump, happy White History Month.
Happy White History Month first, and then happy birthday to you, my man.
Thank you, sir. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has, man.
We'll make it happen again someday.
Yeah. Circumstances, man.
Big Bump is, if you guys don't know, he's sometimes co-hosted with Hake. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, sure thing. And I'll get with you soon about the next time I'm available. It seems like coming up to be sometime soon.
All right.
And since the not theme, but it's related, everyone's talking on the Epstein case or whatnot. I did send you something yesterday, but it was more about Maxwell.
Yeah.
Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, I have my little 2 cents in my pocket, and it kind of seems that she might be the head. And there may be a lot of people saying this, but she may be the head of the operation. It's just weird. Certain things are just weird with that whole situation. Something happened. Something was going on for sure, but who knows? Who really knows?
So you speculate that she may have been Epstein's boss, not the other way around.
Yeah.
That would be consistent with the culture from which Epstein sort of hails. And men are quite subject to women. People used to say even Bill Clinton. Remember when Bill Clinton was in office? I don't know if you heard this, but I would hear that Hillary's actually the president. She's actually...
I've always heard that.
Yeah. So,
always, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't think that's too far off, but, that's just, like you say, speculation in my head about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Something, like I said, something definitely was going on. But what? I don't know. I really don't know. But there's a lot of information.
Do you think you're talking about the Epstein stuff, right?
Yeah.
In your opinion, was it a blackmail operation? Does it seem like it might have been?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna say maybe, but definitely, I think so. Like I said, with Maxwell, her father's situation with
Mossad.
The Mossad.
Was he active Mossad at that point?
You know what? I don't remember exactly or recall when he.
Once Mossad, always Mossad, like a Marine.
But there you go. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, so she could have been involved in the Mossad as well. To be that high involved in this in some form or fashion, yeah. But yeah, I don't even know when her father passed, so I can't say for sure. But
it may or may not be pertinent to what they were doing. Who knows?
Yeah, true indeed. But yeah, that's just my little speculation on it and talk on it.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah,
don't know if you caught Punchy TV, but I think I mentioned that on Punchy TV yesterday.
I only caught half of it, 30 minutes of it yesterday. I was like, how did I miss it? Yeah.
Yeah, we had a live show, and we touched on it again because that's what Derek, the black producer for JLP, he thinks that we should release those files, and that that it was a blackmail type of a thing. So
Yeah.
Interesting.
It had blackmail written on it.
Do you
somewhere,
trust Trump?
somewhere. I do.
Nice.
I do. Nick just mentioned, the caller Nick, about, I mean, it could be what he's doing. It could be to manipulate and, other foreign leaders or whatever it is in his favor.
Yeah.
He hasn't, the way he handles things is something I've never really seen. He seems to have something. There's something about him that he knows how to handle things. He may not like it all the time.
Yeah.
But he has
That's
something.
true.
There's something there. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I know sometimes it's like so normie and face palming, but other times it's like, oh, you know what? I never would have thought of that, and that's brilliant.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because it also with this when he said, let it go. I'm like, why? Let it go. I don't get it. But then that's me being all into it also. So I'm like, you know what? Just chill on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have some information. I have information myself, but I don't know really what's going on and what happened wholeheartedly. I don't. So,
True.
I'm not going to get all ruffled up about it, because then, you'll be involved in it somehow. And so,
that's one thing that I mentioned to yesterday on Punchy TV, is that if you catch yourself getting caught up, or if you catch yourself with that energy, that emotional / passionate energy about a topic, that's a chance to pause.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. And that, especially nowadays, everything can be triggering, anything.
Right. Totally.
So, yeah, you got to, step back away from it and just look at things, be the observer for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Great call, Big Bump.
Man.
Appreciate hearing from you, man.
For sure. And happy birthday again on that.
And happy White History Month to you, sir.
And happy White History Month.
Nice. Take care, man.
All right. You as well.
Bye. And let me get to the one, the only. What? Si saladito. Tejana. I don't know. I'm thinking of Tejana because my favorite singer of all time, period. I didn't hear about her until she died. Selena was also a Texan. Did you know that she was Selena, the singer who sang all the Spanish songs in Spanish? She was Texan. It was like Tex-Mex songs. Or I don't know. Tejana? Texan? Si Saladito is going to say happy birthday to me. And you know what? I have like a minute to go. The rest of the callers and the super chatters, much appreciated. American Anchor Baby is coming up next. Camilla, 5 coffees. Happy birthday, Hake, from me and Tula. La, la, la. Nice. Thank you, Camilla and Tula. And Rita. And Persian Cucumber. And Mrs. Green Thumb. Peace in the Middle East. Or at least in your hearts. I gotta close up shop over here, guys. American Anchor Baby coming up next. Bye. Take care. Oh, we'll just do that. Bye.